In this tutorial, what we're going to do is take a look at how we can take screenshots and upload work to borntollearn.com so we can collect badges for all the work that we've done. So what I've got here is a piece of scratch work that I've been doing, and I've written some code, and this is all just here, and I've made some sprites and things, and I want to collect a badge for it. So the first thing I want to do is try and take a photograph of what's on the screen right now, or at least part of it I should think instead. And there's a couple of ways we could do that, but probably the easiest one is to use something built into Windows called the Snipping tool. To load it up, all you do is you click on the Start button in the bottom left hand corner of the screen and just type in the word snip, S-N-I-P. You'll see the snipping tool gets selected just here, and you can either click on it or hit the Enter key and it'll load it up. So what's now happened is the snipping tool window's appeared here. Here it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to think for a second now about which part of the screen I'm going to want to pick up. Now, thinking about my badges, all this here, this is all just part of Scratch, so my teacher won't give me any credit for that. And all this bit up here, this is just empty space really, and this bit here is empty space. But the bit that really applies to my badge is this block of code just here. So that's what I'm going to try and grab when I do my snip. So using the snipping tool, I'm going to click on a new snip. And what will then happen is the screen goes a slightly hazy colour, a bit like that, and I can then move the mouse to where I want to start taking my screenshot from, which is here, and drag down and to the right like this, and grab an amount of code that I want, and then release it. There's no point grabbing that as well, there's no point grabbing that as well, because it doesn't really achieve anything, but this part here is really relevant to what I'm trying to do. So as soon as I've released the mouse button, the snipping tool comes up like this. I could actually annotate it a bit if I wanted to. Don't really recommend that. But what's more useful is to grab the save tool here, click on this, and then I can go into my H drive, into my computer science folder, into year 7, and then probably lolCat if I've made some folders, and I can give it a name. It suggests calling it capture, but what's probably more useful to you is to actually try and come up with a naming code that you're going to use for yourself. So this particular badge for me, this is part of the week 3 lesson, so I'm going to call it week 3, W3, and this is my evidence I'm going to say for the silver badge task. So I'm going to call that week 3 silver, and click on save. And this particular screenshot has then been taken, so I can cross that off. And I can now upload that file that's just been created. So to do that, I browse over to www.borntollearn.com, and once I get to there, I can use my normal network username and password, and that will then log me in. Once you've logged in, what you'll see is a couple of graphs that'll appear on the screen, and as time goes by, the graphs will increase in size. Your teacher will explain a bit more about what those mean. But what you will also see is on the left-hand side of the screen, but again, you won't see it on my screen, mine's slightly different to yours. But on the left-hand edge of the screen, you'll see a list of all the current projects that you're working on. And one of them will probably say the lolCat project. And if you click on that, that will then take you into the upload screen, which looks exactly like this one here. So as I look at the upload screen on Born to Learn, what I can see is I've got all the individual tasks. So this is all of week 1, Introduction to Scratch. There's week 2, there it is, and there's week 3. That's the part I've just been working on in here. And within that, you can see the silver, the gold, and the platinum tasks that we have for you, along with the criteria that go with them. There's also a box so that you can add any comment. The teacher's going to give you comments, so you can't write in there, we'll write in there for you. And there's a series of buttons down here which allow you to upload your work. So I've just done that week 3 silver task, so I'm going to come across here, I'm going to click on upload work, I'm going to browse into my H drive, into computer science, year 7, lolCat, and there's my nice week 3 silver badge, there it is. And after a few moments, that'll be uploaded, and you'll get a message to tell you that your work's been handed in. Here it is. It's been uploaded. Okay. So now what will happen is your teacher, in this case maybe it's me, your teacher will be able to come along, and what we'll do is we'll have a look at the piece of work you've handed in. There it is. So I've got a nice view of that. I'll have a good look at the code, decide what I think about it, and then if I really like it, I think you've met the standard, I'll give you a silver badge, and you'll see that the next time you log on, along with when it was marked. And if you're lucky, what I might also do is give you some nice comments so that you'll be able to see those as well when you log on. So you'll be able to see the feedback from your teacher, and you'll be able to see all the individual badges that you've got. So that is how to take a screenshot and to upload it to borntollearn.com.